Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo. Another surprise!
Out of the blue.
You want that with fries?
Out of the blue. Come with me across the sea. On another view. We're gonna cook for you.
Nothing but blue skies!
Out of the blue.
You want some chili with those fries?
Out of the blue.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Out of the Blue. Well, today's program comes from Tumby Bay. It's about 40 minutes away from Port Lincoln, and it's the most amazing little township.
Tumby Bay is on the west coast of South Australia, approximately an hour's drive from the ferry at Cow. This episode is jam-packed with interesting stuff.
Oh, wow.
That's the smallest garfish I've ever seen. You get a record for that.
I like setting records.
We check out how sardines are becoming incredibly popular on people's dinner plates. Still the secrets of making a delicious seafood pie. And cook up some tasty recipes.
But importantly, we're going to be having a really close look at something they're becoming so famous for, and that is street art. Hey Dion, what's your connection with the street art and particularly the wonderful silo works here?
Well, I was one of the group who came up with the idea that we could do something a bit extra to Tumby, something to add to the beach and the jetty and all the stuff that every other pretty seaside town's got, to get tourists to come to Tumby. It was our hook to convince you to turn off the road, maybe come to Tumby.
Are the silos the beacon to sort of say, look, here we are?
Well, the silos was the first idea we had, the first part of the economic development project, and the murals in town led on from that. In the town, we decided we'd run a street art festival. Did that in 2018 was our first one. We had 6 artists, a mixture of Australian artists and international artists came to Tumby, painted murals around the town.
How do you choose? Well, how do they know about it?
We use an art studio from Melbourne, Juddy Roller Studios. They put you in touch with artists that have got the capability and the talent to deliver a project.
Where's the cash come from?
The cash comes from a lot of hard work from locals, really incredibly generous sponsorship from local businesses and individuals, a mixture of grant monies as well, and then a lot of fundraising. This is a new mural for this year. It was painted by a Newcastle artist, Bronte Naylor. She spent a week in the town researching and finding out about what's going on. She found out about, in 1971, the state government decided that they'd like to halve the length of the jetty. The town revolted against the government. Every time a works crew would turn up to start chopping it down, the town would rally and chase them away. The end result was that the government backed down and the jetty remained at its length that you see now.
How long did it take her to do this?
It took her about 5 days to do that.
Okay.
Generally, the artist will do a mural in a street art festival in 3 days.
So why doesn't it have any faces?
It's everybody. The whole community is represented by not having faces. Because it hasn't got faces, it does people's heads in sometimes. but that's all part of the fun, you know. Art's got to challenge you sometimes.
Dion, I can feel some eyes on me.
For good reason. There's some watching you. I don't know how Matt does this. Matt Adnate's work's always got those incredible eyes. They can see right through your soul. So Matt Adnate's a Melbourne artist. He's really passionate about Indigenous affairs, whether it's Australia or all around the world. He travels painting Indigenous subjects. He worked with a local Port Lincoln artist, Bungala girl, Vera Richards, to paint this picture, and it's a reconciliation piece. It's to say, remember the past, but let's look forward into the future together.
It's a bit of Port Power-esque about the colouring.
That's the Richards family, the Bungala type of Port Power. Which is good, you know. We're all passionate about our footy teams, just Port Power's not everyone's favourite team.
No, that's true. Is there a limit to how many you can have? What?
As long as we get more walls offered, which we have, we could do another 6 street art festivals. with a number of walls that have been offered up. So it just shows this huge level of local support. The locals are seeing the benefits of it and wanting to support it and get on board.
Thank you very much.
It's all right.
After the break, my mate goes out fishing with a local character, Tumby Tom.
Here in Tumby Bay, there's a character that is, well, developed into a bit of an icon, and his name is Tumby Tom. And we're going out with him today to have a look around to see what different species of fish are out there, but probably more important, go out with him and have a bit of a yarn. So come with me. Hi, Michael.
Yeah, I've seen you on the telly plenty of times.
Well, I've heard about you. I've read about you. All right, come on, let's go fishing.
Sounds like a good idea. I don't like tough steak and the fish don't like tough squid.
There's nothing better than preparing your bait before you put your line in, because most times you might have to wait a while. There's nothing worse
That's it.
than they start to bite and you've got to cut up squid and bash squid and open cockles. But it's surprising how many boat people just don't do that. Hey, Tom, what's your background?
Well, it wasn't in fishing. I was actually born at Wyalla and my mother got asthma and we had to move to a dry area, so Dad was a builder, so we went to a little place in the Flinders called Hawker. Well, there's no sea at Hawker, so I was sort of keen on yabbies and things in the dams, and that sort of probably started it. Tommy Rough, no size limit, but there's a bag limit on them.
Breakfast.
The other Michael said to bring some back because he likes them, so
Yeah.
drop them in the well.
So what'd you do for a crust?
Well, I
Started
first started off in the Bank of Adelaide, and I got transferred to Tumby Bay in 1976. And then I got out of that and went into a supermarket for 20 odd years. And I've always liked fishing, so couldn't be in a better place than Tumby Bay. That's what we wanted. Left him in the bay.
Yeah.
Not big, but he'd be legal.
All
Have to be
right.
measured from the small beak,
Yep.
not the long one. They got to be 23, he's 26. They're my favourite eating fish.
Oh, I love them. Yeah, too.
Yeah. Double header.
Oh, no, I got one. Oh, what? Oh, wow.
That's the smallest garfish I've ever seen.
Isn't that
You get a
beautiful?
record for that.
I like setting records. You sort of made a veiled comment to me about your footy prowess.
I'm not saying proud. I see when you got on the boat, you said you had the carnival
You got
knee.
accountable knee, yeah.
Yeah, so I said, well, all right. Might have you done for the number of games I played, that was all.
So how many?
631 senior games,
It's amazing.
it's A grade and B grade.
Yeah.
I started in May school holidays in 1958 when I was nearly 14 and played my last game in July 2008.
And well, Tom, thank you very much for taking us out today. Great experience here at Tumby Bay.
Here in Port Lincoln, there's a new kid on the block, sardines. John, what led you to process sardines for people to eat?
Well, we realised that there's a big resource in South Australia, 35,000 tonne, and majority was going for tuna feed or the recreational bait market. We figured with such a resource that we should be able to process and provide the consumers a beautiful product that's healthy, full of omega-3, and we just wanted to process it to make it easy. So there's no bones in it. It's easy to cook.
And the packs, what's the shelf life of the retail packs that you do?
We pack it and take the oxygen out, because the thing that kills the shelf life on sardines is oxygen and water. So we take the oxygen out and we seal it, which gives it a 3 weeks shelf life.
John, apart from fillets, what other way do you process the sardines?
We take the heads off the sardine and we have a pump that sucks out all the guts on there. So that is what we call tin of sardines. We can actually put it in a jar.
And what's your special way of eating sardines?
I keep it very basic. I just put salt on the back of the skin. I put it on a hot plate. When I see the whiteness come up on the meat, then it's time to turn it around, and within 2 seconds, I put it on a plate, then put my olive oil and my lemon and any other spices that I need.
Thank you, John.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Coming up after the break, we try out the sardines with a recipe of our own.
Hey, Michael, we're off to an early start this morning.
It's a very early morning. I got shaken out of bed, Mickey.
You did. You've gone into Port Lincoln.
Yes.
And you've picked up some wonderful sardines.
Mickey, this is all about omega-3, okay?
It was interesting while we were setting up, a lady came and just chatted to us, and we said we're going to cook with sardines. She said, "Where's the tin?" No tin.
No tin.
It's
These are fresh.
And we've chosen a wonderful salad to go with it. It's a tabbouleh. We're doing a grain-free one this morning, basically because we haven't got any. So,
All right.
simply, I've cut the tomatoes up. I've mixed what they call a green onion, which we can call shallots or spring onion, along with the beautiful red onion.
Those lovely purple salad onions.
Yeah, and we're going to cut the parsley up like I've done there. So cut that up a little bit more. Most people grow parsley. It's easy to grow. You grow it in a pot in the garden, and it is a living, breathing antioxidant. So into that, I'm going to put the tomato, the green onion.
It's a fresh salad, and
It's
a beautiful
super
salad.
fresh.
And
So
you're
anyway.
going to dress it with lemon juice, Mickey?
Yeah, lemon juice and olive oil.
Olive
but
oil.
I'll put a bit of lemon juice in first, then a bit of olive oil, just to splash it. You want to
Okay.
glug it up. A little bit of pepper and salt.
Okay.
I always get a pair of forks like that and mix them slowly. But it's just one stunner of a salad and easy to make and so good for you. Now,
Here we are. I'm going
Go.
to coat these in just in a plain flour, shallow fry them in a very good quality oil.
Michael, how many per serve do you
I'll
reckon?
make
What do
it
you reckon?
easy, half a dozen. And really, you can just eat it with your fingers. Mickey, they won't take long to cook. And they look great.
What about with a tomato sauce or something like that?
You can cook them in a tomato sauce, a bit of chilli, a bit of garlic. I'm going to turn them over now because look how well they hold together, Mickey.
Amazing.
So this fishery in the seafood capital of Australia is Port Lincoln, where all the boats that catch the sardines are. This is a South Australian exclusive product. So there we have it.
Fresh SA sardines with our tabbouleh salad. It's very difficult to go past a pie from the bakery here in Tumby Bay. And I've just discovered that they now have a seafood one.
And Janine is the creator of this seafood pie. Janine, how did you get into baking and your interest in food?
I'm actually a chef by trade for over 35 years, and this is my first job as working in a bakery. I've always had an interest for food and trying to create beautiful flavours for people to eat.
And what are the ingredients in your seafood pie?
We've got calamari, scallops and prawns. I like using very basic ingredients, minimal the best. And so it's cream and milk and some onion and spring onions and a thickening agent. So I make the sauces and all the bakers make the pastry from scratch.
Janine, how many do you make a week of seafood pies and other
Seafood pies, about 100 a week. Seafood at the moment.
I believe you had a customer that's travelled Australia and he says this is the best seafood pie he's had anywhere in Australia.
He did, he only just said it to me out there actually, today.
Terrific. So you put the water just to help bind it together or just
to make the pastry stick. So just straight over top. This is the secret. I thought it was a good idea from the bakers to cut it.
It is a good idea, isn't it?
There. And then they do the egg wash.
And you pierce a little hole for the steam?
Pierce a hole,
you do
yeah.
that as well, to let the steam escape.
Steam out.
Now you're sprinkling on, it looks like it's a mixture.
Lemon pepper.
Lemon
seasoning.
pepper.
This is so you know, because they do so many different pies, they know
Their
what's
signature.
what. Yeah, yeah.
Ready for the oven.
Yes.
Janine, I've been waiting 20 minutes. You were
Yes,
right to the
20
mark.
minutes.
Oh, thank you, Baker. You
Yeah.
just got to drive all the way to Tumby Bay.
That's right.
Come and see Janine, because this is the only place you can have this seafood pie. Oh. See you later. I've got things to do. Bye.
After the break, Adam cooked up a favourite pasta recipe.
Ace, you've gone up a notch. You've got the mechanics here. Looks like a drill.
Yeah.
Sharp knife. Avocado.
Well, I thought it's time you get your hands dirty, you know what I mean?
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to make today a San Remo Bigli pasta. Okay, Bigli's a new shape. It's spaghetti with 3 sides, so the sauce clings to it.
Oh, beautiful.
And we're making avocado and pistachio pesto with rocket. Let's get our pasta into the water.
Good.
All right,
Salted
boiling
water
salted water,
again.
of course, mate, of course.
good.
All right, Michael, avocados. I've just split them in half. Yeah, look at that beautiful flesh. To get the seed out, in with your knife and turn. In with the avo meat into the bowl like so. And make sure that, you know, it's a little bit firm, but a little bit soft as well. Rocket, I'll get you to chop that up roughly and throw that in as well. In that goes. Pistachios, so keep it nice and green. I guess traditionally it's pine nuts for a pesto, but we're using that, and that's why we're changing avocado and rocket as well.
Okay.
Now, stab mix, get ready. A little bit of olive oil.
In there.
Hopefully this works, Mike.
Okay. So do I. Something new up. Hey? Oh, okay, that's all right.
You want to add some oil while I'm going. Give me up.
I win.
Here you go. Here you go, mate. Here you go. Yeah, you hold the bowl. That's it. All right.
Okay.
So it's smoothish.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
Yeah, in with some parmesan. All right, good amount.
Okay.
Thank you, mate. Have a look at that. Look at that beautiful pesto. You want to have a little...
I will. Oh, that's lovely taste, isn't it?
Nice.
Beautiful, yeah, very good. The thing about the pine nuts too, of course, you don't need to roast them off, do you?
No.
Because they're very creamy just as they are.
I think, yeah, with any nut, obviously we're using the pistachio. I haven't roasted them. I've left them natural, like you're saying, so you get that full flavour.
Excellent.
Yes.
Don't heat it at all? Just like that?
Just like that,
Residual
Michael.
heat, yeah.
Oh, have a look at that bigly. Straight in, the heat from obviously the pasta being in the water will help thin out our pesto also. Now, if it doesn't thin out, again, liquid gold, just a little touch, like so, and we're done.
No? That's good. I love the way you do this all twirl. You know, this is what you get the big bucks for.
Every time you say that, I think I'm going to stop it up, and I start panicking.
Well, a little more.
I have a little moment. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
That is so healthy. I can't wait to try it.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Hey, Michael, the end of a wonderful day here at Tumby Bay.
And to say thank you, I'm going to introduce you to the seafood platter that Dougie's cooked, which features here.
Dougie! Get out.
Look at that.
There we are.
That
Dougie?
is amazing.
Dipping sauces.
Doug, I'm Michael.
Yep.
Dougie, nice to meet you.
Dougie, you did a
Michael,
great
you met
job.
Michael?
Absolutely,
We
yeah.
met in the
Go way
kitchen.
back.
Oh, Dougie, this is
Hey,
amazing.
good on you.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Dougie.
Get out of town. How good is this?
Mickey, all local caught seafood, nanny guy snapper, King George whiting, calamari, tuna, prawns, more calamari, more salt and pepper that you love, oysters and crayfish. Mickey,
What's that big thing?
that is a crayfish. It's got a couple of different sauces. So
All here from
here we are.
Tumby Bay.
Come and enjoy.
Loves you all. See you later.
Bye.
Sorry you can't be here.
Here at Tumby Bay, there's a local character. Well, he's become a bit of an icon, and his name is Tumby Bay Tom. Tumby Tom. And his name is Tom, here in Tom. And his name is Tumby Tom. Oh, Tumby Tom.
Okay, yes. It's a two-way conversation.
Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo.